Give me the Bible, star of gladness gleaming, to cheer the wanderer lone and tempest-tossed. No storms can hide that radiance peaceful beaming, since Jesus came to seek and save the lost. Give me the Bible, holy message shining, thy light shall guide me in the narrow way. Precept and promise, law and love combining, till night shall vanish in eternal day. Give me the Bible when my heart is broken, when sin and grief have filled my soul with fear. Give me the precious words by Jesus spoken. Hold up faith's lamp to show my Savior near. Give me the Bible, holy message shining, thy light shall guide me in the narrow way. Precept and promise, law and love combining, till night shall vanish in eternal day. Give me the Bible, all my steps enlighten, teach me the dangers of these realms below. That lamp of safety o'er the gloom shall brighten, that light alone the path of peace can show. Give me the Bible, holy message shining, thy light shall guide me in the narrow way. Precept and promise, law and love combining, till night shall vanish in eternal day. Give me the Bible, lamp of life immortal, hold up that splendor by the open grave. Show me the light from heaven's shining portals, show me the glory gilding Jordan's wave. Give me the Bible, holy message shining, thy light shall guide me in the narrow way. Precept and promise, law and love combining, till night shall vanish in eternal day. Break thou the bread of life, dear Lord, to me, as thou didst break the loaves beside the sea. Beyond the sacred page, I seek thee, Lord. My spirit pants for thee, O living word. Bless thou the truth, dear Lord, to me, as thou didst bless the bread by Galilee. Then shall all bondage cease, all fetters fall, and I shall find my peace, my all in all.
Good afternoon! I hope this video finds you well, and I apologize for being late. I had pressing business to attend to. Greetings to Carol! Good to see you, sister. I hope you are doing fabulous. CJ is in the background. He's smirking really smugly. He's feeling very, very happy about himself. Reba! She's here. She says hi, Osha. Hello, Sister Reba. Greetings to you and wavings abundance. Cat! Good to see you. I hope you all are doing fabulous and fantastic.
Hi, all y'all.
See, CJ, he is just bored out of his mind while being very smug. He's just sitting there in the background going, yeah! There with his keyboard. It's good to see everyone. Good to see everyone. We need Sister T. I have noticed she has been absent lately. She wasn't there last night. I don't think she was here this morning for Dad's Devo. And I can't recall as if she's there at Let's Read. What has happened to Sister T? Well, why don't you look into the Nuggets folder? Have I adjusted them? Barely. I thought they were very fitting. Went through and adjusted them just a little bit. I can tell you use the ESV. Now he feels really happy about himself because I'm going to use his nuggets. Oh, I like Reba's answer. Only the shadow knows.
Let's dig, y'all.
See, now there's a perk to himself.
Yay, you're using my nuggets. Yay.
Oh. Alrighty, y'all. As CJ said, let's pick up our shovels and our hard hats, our picks, and let's delve. We'll be in the mine shaft of Proverbs, down the mine of Proverbs, the shaft of chapter 18, and the vein of verses 1 through 8.
Yeah, I never can remember, so I say we'll be in Proverbs 18.
I'm gonna have to turn you up. Give me a could not hear that at all. Talk about worthless. Okay, how about that?
I can never remember all those terms, so I said we'll be in Proverbs. I would say we'll be in Proverbs 18.
It's the mine of Proverbs, the shaft of chapter 18, and the vein of verses 1 through 8. I mean, come on. I'm with Reba. She says, "What's the rush, CJ? We just got here."
You're about an hour late.
No, I'm 45 minutes late.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, that doesn't really matter. What matters is I'm here. Picking up after someone is 5 days late. Glares at CJ.
That's Levi's fault.
Yeah, Reba. Reba says, relax, have a cup of tea. I mean, CJ, one time that you weren't here, Reba and I, we planned a whole day's worth of meals with their desserts, their appetizers, what would we have for breakfast, what we'd have for lunch. We planned it all before we even got into Proverbs. uh, isn't that right, Reba? Can we remember exactly what went where? Nope, but I'm sure we could figure it out again. Reba says it was fun. She enjoyed it. All right. I suppose we'll settle down just for CJ. He gets no delight in just chattering. Proverbs 18, verses 1 through 8. He that separateth himself seeketh his own desire, and rageth against all sound wisdom. A fool hath no delight in understanding, but only that his heart may reveal itself. When the wicked cometh, there cometh also contempt, and with ignominy cometh reproach. The words of a man's mouth are as deep waters. The wellspring of wisdom is as a flowing brook. To respect the person of the wicked is not good, nor to turn aside the righteous in judgment. A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for stripes. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. The words of a whisperer are as dainty morsels, and they go down into the innermost parts. Proverbs 1 through 8. So, going through here, for nugget number 1, we have those who are always alone do not get the benefit of godly advice. CJ slacking. There we go. He that separateth himself seeketh his own desire, and rageth against all sound wisdom. If you seclude yourself, tuck yourself away without any contact with wise people, with your brethren, with godly people, you cut off the ability to get godly advice. We have to be together to grow stronger with each other. The Proverbist says that when you separate yourself, you're seeking your own desire, and you're raging against sound wisdom. Those who are always alone do not get the benefit of godly advice. In verse 2, we find a fool does not care for understanding, but only being heard and seen. He says, a fool hath no delight in understanding, and only that his heart may reveal itself. I think we see a lot of people who kind of match this. They really don't care that they know what they're talking about, but only that they're being able to talk and being seen. They want to look showy and they want to be heard, but they don't care that they don't know what they're talking about. I think we see it quite often, but we must strive to not fall into that category. We should desire to know what we are talking about, to understand, not just being heard and seen, being an attention hog. A fool does not care for understanding, but only being heard and seen. In verse 3, we have, wickedness results in contempt and disgrace. And when I was reading through this verse, I found a word that I was not familiar with. Ignominy. I said, what does that mean? And so I pulled out the trusty dictionary, and it means disgrace. By implication, confusion, dishonor, reproach, or shame. Which gave me a pretty good idea on what the word ignominy means. I love Eastward. But he says that when the wicked comes, there is also contempt. So any place that you find a wicked person, you are definitely going to find contempt, strivings. And with him comes shame and reproach, with this contempt. So wickedness, as we can conclude, results in contempt, and disgrace, shame, dishonor, etc. Verses 5 gives us, don't be partial to the wickedness and deprive the righteous. And he says, don't respect a person of the wicked. It is not good. Nor to turn aside the righteous in judgment. So he says, don't admire, don't respect a wicked person for their wickedness. Their wickedness is not to be respected. Don't be partial to it. And with them, do not deprive or turn aside the righteousness in judgment. We need to cling to righteousness, to judge wisely, righteously. Don't be partial to wickedness and deprive the righteous. Verses 6 and 7 give us, your mouth can get you into trouble, so close it once in a while. I found that one mightily amusing when I read that, CJ. We see that a foolish person's lips and mouth give contention. They call for stripes. Now, some of y'all might be wondering, what is a stripe? It's like a band of color, on your shirt, a stripe, or something like that. Well, in this time period, a stripe was a whiplash. They were allowed to give 40 lashes except one, so 39. And that's what these stripes are. These stripes are whiplashes. So, we find a fool's lips and his mouth call for contention, for whiplashes, for destruction, and they are the very snare to his soul. And from these two verses, we can learn two things to apply to ourselves. First of all, don't be foolish. That's the heart of the problem. Don't be foolish. Second of all, learn to speak when it is necessary to speak, and to be silent when it's necessary to be silent. Don't run around blabbing your lips all the time, spewing out senselessness. But instead, save your breath for wise speech. And finally, our last nugget number 6, which we find from verse 8. The words of a whisperer are as dainty morsels, and they go down into the innermost parts. Nugget number 6. A gossip's words seem harmless, but are dangerous. At first, the gossip of a whisperer, or a person who delights in gossip, at first it seems like dainty morsels. It seems rather harmless, good to eat, looks nice, is presented well. At first, it looks like that, but they go down into the innermost parts, and they're very dangerous once they get down in there. We know that the words of a gossiper can split apart families, can ruin reputations, can destroy years worth of good works. A gossiper's or a whisperer's words, they look nice, they seem harmless, but they are very dangerous. Beware of them. Nugget Run! Nugget number 1. Those who are always alone do not get the benefit of godly advice. Nugget number 2. A fool does not care for understanding, but only in being seen, or heard and seen. Wickedness. Nugget number 3. Wickedness results in contempt and disgrace, shame, dishonor, etc. And nugget number 4. Don't be partial to the wickedness and deprive the righteous. Nugget number 5. Your mouth can get you into trouble. Close it once in a while. And finally, nugget number 6. A gossip's words seem harmless, but are dangerous. Alrighty. That is it for the nuggets of the day. In our lovely vein of Proverbs 18, verses 1 through 9, 8, 1 through 8. So, thank y'all for being here. You are very welcome. There's Sister Reba. She says, thank you for them there golden nuggets. You are very welcome. It's good to see you all here. Good to see you all. Till we meet again, God bless you all. Love you. Bye-bye. CJ. Bye-bye.